little inspiring story that happened to me when I was a lot younger. Trying to make a few bucks, just getting started out in life. I taught some driver's education. Probably the worst job in the world is teaching driver's education. You have some crazy things happen. But on one particular instance, when I went into work to get my assignment for the day, the guy who owned the company kind of smiled and says, "Hey, I got a real challenge for you today." I said, "Well, what's that all about?" He had a young lady who was going to take driver's education classes. One problem, she didn't have any legs. So I'm going to go teach her how to drive. So I'm wondering how this is going to go. When I get there, her car is hooked up with kind of like motorcycle controls to keep the car moving, with the steering wheel, kind of a pretty wild setup. When you teach driver's ed, you usually have a brake on your side, but we got to go in her car. So I asked her dad if he'd get in the back seat so he could listen to the way that I was instructing her, and then he'd have an idea when he took her out how it should be approached. What I did was I took one of her crutches, the kind that fit around her wrists, kind of Canadian crutches, I think they call them. And I'd take that and just lean it on the gas or on the brake, so that when we would drive, if I needed to put the brake on, since I didn't have one on my side like you usually do in a driver's ed car, I could just kind of hit that brake. And I'm telling you, we went around some corners pretty fast. But anyway, I talked her through it. I was so impressed with her attitude. When she first got in the car, just like any other, young person, the excitement of getting ready to drive, she says, "Man, I'm ready for this. I can't wait to get going." So anyway, as we go through the lesson, her dad in the back and me with that crutch against the brake, we get done. I said, "You know what? You're an impressive girl." I said, "What are you going to do when you get out of high school?" She said, "I'm going to go to college. Okay, I'm going to meet a lot of people. I'm going to get my degree. When I get done, I'm going to get married, have a family of my own, and I'm looking forward to it." And I just thought to myself, this girl could have folded a long time ago with the challenges that she had, but yet she still had a positive attitude. And I mean one that would light you up. So kind of another beauty of it is I finished the lesson where her dad got in the seat that I was teaching from. I got in the back seat, and it was worth $1 million to see how important it was for this guy to be a part of his daughter learning how to drive. So there's a story that I think about when I think I'm having a bad day. If that girl can get through that with that kind of attitude, I don't know, I think I can get through anything.